Good evening, everyone. Jesus said to his disciples, "Be watchful, be alert. You do not know when the time will come." Mark 13, verse 33. To which time is our Lord referring? He is referring to the time of his coming. But it must be understood that even though he came to us once in the flesh long ago, and though he will return again in the flesh to judge the living and the dead at the end of time, he never ceases to come to us day and night by the transforming gift of grace. Are you attentive to this coming, or do you miss out on the countless blessings of God's grace that he wants to bestow upon you every day, all day? The world has many distractions. We are distracted by the lure of riches, the indulgence of our appetites, and the constant noise of modern media, electronic gadgets, and the like. These and many other daily distractions make it very difficult to be constantly watchful and alert. This is because our attention span is limited. Though some may learn to multitask to a certain extent, no one can continually divide their attention between the presence of God and the distractions of the world. Some may argue that it is necessary to engage the world today. It is not possible to continually pray and think only about God. But those who would be tempted to think this do not understand the attentiveness and watchfulness to which we are called. Being watchful and attentive simply means that God is central in our lives and is the motivation and purpose of all we do every day. Our love for and service to God cannot be divided. We cannot set aside some time for the world and other times for God. Instead, everything we do every day, all day, must have the glory of God and the fulfillment of God's perfect will as the central and exclusive purpose of our lives. Thus, if we interact with the world, tune into social media, fulfill household chores, put in extra hours at work, etc., we must constantly ponder the simple question: Lord, am I doing this for your glory and in accord with your will? We must never fail to ask ourselves that question. We must always have the glory of God and the fulfillment of His will as the central purpose and motivation for all that we do. If we can live this way, then we will discover that it becomes increasingly easy to always and everywhere be attentive and watchful for God's will. Reflect today upon that to which you must often turn your attention. What is it that you think about the most each day? To what are you most attentive and watchful? If the answer to that question is not the ongoing promptings of God and His grace, then make note of that fact. Humbly pray that you can change and begin to form a transforming habit of daily keeping your attention on our Lord so that He will become your daily guide and focus in all things. And God bless you.
Friends, we are now on the first week of Advent. Advent means coming. waiting for the coming of the Lord in our midst. Every year, we commemorate the season of Advent, season of coming, season of waiting for the coming of the Lord in our midst. And all of us know that when we speak of a person coming in our midst, we have to be prepared. We have to be watchful. We have to be vigilant, brothers and sisters. But nonetheless, we have the three comings of the Lord in our lives, so to speak. The Lord has come to us 2,000 years ago in the manger as a child Jesus, born from our Blessed Virgin Mary. The Lord has offered himself as a sacrifice for us. The Lord has given himself as a sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving, most especially seen in the event of the Incarnation. Who is in the form of God, yet he did not give himself equality with God, but he humbled himself, taking the form of a servant, being one with us, exit sin. So the Lord has come to us 2,000 years ago as a child Jesus. But we see that the Lord will be coming also at the end of time in his second coming. The Lord will come as a judge. The Lord will come as a person who asks us what we have done, and he will judge us according to what we have done, especially for the poor, for the marginalized, for those people who are not needing prayers. So we have seen the Lord has come 2,000 years ago. The Lord will be coming at the end of time as a king, as a judge. And all of us are anticipating, waiting, expecting, vigilant enough that when the Lord will come, we will not be caught off guard. We will not be caught flat-footed, for we prepare for his coming. But more importantly, brothers and sisters, the Lord is coming every day in our lives through the sacraments, through the church, most especially through the Eucharist. The Lord has spoken himself. The Lord speaks to us his will, what he likes us to become and to be. And all these things are being strengthened in the context of how we participate in all the sacraments within the church itself. So we have seen that the Lord has come 2,000 years ago in the past. Will be coming in a time as a judge and a king. But the Lord is constantly, frequently, and consciously coming in our midst, in the events of our daily lives, in the ups and struggles, in the thin and thick of our experiences as pilgrim people in this world. The Lord is continuously coming to us. The Lord is speaking to us. The Lord is revealing himself to all of us. So brothers and sisters, as we try to prepare for the coming of the Lord in this season of Advent, preparing for Christmas, once again, we examine ourselves, how far have we gone preparing really, authentically for his coming in our midst. Definitely all of us will be preoccupied with decorations, activities, parties, and many other more. But the best preparation will be preparation from within, preparation from the heart, preparation of being a forgiving person, being a kind, compassionate to those people, believing that the Lord is so merciful and compassionate to all of us. A blessed Sunday, brothers and sisters.